Everything in this video is going to be based on the sort of minimums that you can expect to do. We're not going to be looking at extravagant figures, best case scenario stuff. We're just going to be focusing on really simple, easy stuff that anybody can do. I have been buying crypto, investing in crypto for a long time now, about 5 or 6 years, and I'm not gonna lie, it has been fantastic for growing capital gains and making a ton of money. Unfortunately, when it comes to just making money month on month, paying your bills, it doesn't matter how much Bitcoin you own, it doesn't actually pay you anything just to own it. So if you have a look around me, you can see lots of shops, right? All of those sort of shops, you can actually buy stocks in. You can buy stocks in all sorts of companies that will pay you a dividend every single month. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at a plan that you can use both crypto and stocks and have the best of both worlds. Get yourself a little portfolio of £1 million, which I know it says, I say little, but you won't have to put that much in to actually create that over the next 10, 15 years. And that's going to give you an income of £50,000 per month. Oh, not monthly, yearly income of about £50,000 per year. Let's check it out. And what you're going to need to know straight away is about the Bitcoin halving. So you can see here it says that we've got the Bitcoin halving now in 33 days time, so not very long at all. And what even is the Bitcoin halving? Well, basically it works similar to inflation. So it's about the amount of new money or new Bitcoin coming into the market every single year, and every 4 years coded into the Bitcoin blockchain, that amount actually gets sliced in half. So it would go from 50 Bitcoin every block to 25 to 12.5 to 6.25, like that. So the amount actually coming into the market gets sliced in half. That is why they call it a Bitcoin halving. And if we go all the way back here on Bitcoin, back to 2010 over here where it first began, you can see the very first little halving cycle. So the yellow lines here signify this was the halving date. This is when it did get sliced in half. So here we went from about $1 all the way up to $1,000 during the first bull run. And then it went from 500 here. This was in July 2016, all the way up there for the second one. So that was 4 years later. And then another 4 years later, we had the most recent one, which began in 2020. So May 2020, this is the COVID year. We went up again. This is when you saw the, not the ICOs, this was the ICOs. This one here was all about NFTs. Whatever new tech is going to be coming out this time, I have no idea just yet, but obviously something will come out and it's just going to spur this huge growth because of the Bitcoin halving, which is happening in 33 days. So what we want to do is we want to take advantage of this sort of 4 yearly cycle, which you could pretty much set your watch by, just for capital growth. Now, what we really want is income coming in every single month. So that's income to pay all of your bills, your mortgage, and all of that type of stuff, so that you don't have to work anymore. So you're essentially retired at that point. And you get that from stocks. So if we scroll down here, this is 3Ms. They manufacture all different types of stuff. And you can see down here we have dividend yield. So this is how much you would get on sort of like an annual basis. And they're going to be giving you 5.8%. What I do personally is look for dividends which are paying out more than 5% per year. Because if I have £1 million invested into stocks, then 5% of £1 million is £50,000, which I think is a very good, reasonable amount to live very comfortably here in the UK. So what we're looking at in this video is how to achieve that in a very short time. So we're talking just 12 years or 3 crypto cycles. And we're going to do that by investing just £250 per month. Okay, and we're going to invest half into crypto and half into stocks during what would be called the venture phase. So the green here signifies this venture phase. This is where Bitcoin has already bottomed and you've got this 1 year lead up to the Bitcoin halving event. And then you've got the part where you're still investing that 250 a month, split 50-50 between the two. And this is the real capital growth phase. So this is after the Bitcoin halving. You've got about a year after that. And then after that, you're going to take everything that you've made in crypto, take it out, put it back into stock so that you can earn that revenue every single month. Again, you're just putting in £250 each month away into this, and at the end of the year you can have around £30,000 having invested in total 12,000. So that's not too bad for your first 4-yearly cycle. And if you're pretty smart, you've probably already noticed that we're only taking into consideration a 10% gain on your stocks. So looking here, you've got 1,500 and your growth for that first year is going to be 10%. Now, if you're in the UK, you can invest in what's called a stocks and shares ISA. This is mine right here. I opened just a couple of months ago, so about 3 months ago now. I invested just £500 into this event. And then just about a month ago there in February, I invested another 500, just threw that in again, because we're doing pretty well. Now, obviously, at this stage in the cycle, I'm going to be looking more into crypto because that is going to propel those gains. But you can see I've put in basically £1,000, and we're already up, 1,500 is the total value so far. So I've basically gained 50% in just 3 months. So going back to these calculations now, if I can gain 50% in 3 months just trading stocks, or not really trading, just investing in stocks for capital gains, then I'm pretty sure that after 12 months, even if you're the worst stock picker in the world, you should be able to make about 10% per year. I mean, it is not difficult to do that. And again, right here with the crypto cycle, there are coins where you can 10x, 20x. If you just invested like 500 into Pepe this time last year, you've probably already made about £5,000 out of that £500 investment. So you can easily 4x your money in a major crypto cycle. So this money here is basically been 4x. So you got 4 times the amount over that massive growth year. But the real magic happens over time by compounding this money. And what we've got then in the second cycle, so this will take us up to the 8-year point of investing, which sounds like a long time, but you were in school for 5 years and it just flew by, right? So 8 years, not really that long. And you get to this point here where you've got about 215,000, getting on £250,000 there. And you, at this point now, only actually invested £36,000 on those 250 a month. And in fact, this point here, we've started putting in 500 a month because you're a little bit more affluent at this point. Same scenario, you're investing 50-50 into stocks and crypto all the way through until you get to the end of that bull cycle, and then you're taking everything out of crypto, putting it all in stocks so that you can really get a decent amount of income coming in from your stocks every single month. In the final year here, you can see that we've got a lot more money. In fact, as you get to the final of the 12-year period, you've now got over £1 million, about £1.2 million, which will net you over £50,000 per year in dividend yields from your stocks. That is over 2,000% ROI. Now, if that sounds like a good idea to you, I am full of good ideas like that. Do subscribe to this channel and you'll see a lot more coming out over the next few months. And if you want to chat about it, then I am open to chat. You can come here to the Discord group. There's a link down below in the description. And rather than the main chat, you can really reach me in the Masters Lounge here. Now, to become a Master Ninja, we've been developing for many, many, many years that I've been involved in investing in crypto. We basically run these bots to actually trade different strategies, which is doing rather well. I'll probably do a video in that not so long, but we're really focusing on actually building the amount of Bitcoin rather than the dollar value right now. Focus on building Bitcoin, and there's tons of videos on that. You can watch that at another time, but you can become a Master Ninja from that. And I think we've just actually reduced the price for that now for people that want to be paying in Bitcoin. So there you go. So it was 247, it's now 197 for those that want to pay in Bitcoin. If you want to pay with PayPal, there'll be a link down here once you're logged in to actually pay. That is it for now. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing with you a way to actually increase your earnings. So if you don't currently have 250 a month or £500 a month, then I'm going to give you a way to actually be able to make a little bit more money every single month without you having to actually work harder yourself. It's a real sneaky little trick that I'm sure some of you are going to be interested in. Okay, stop right there. Don't go anywhere, because I've just realized I made a big mistake. So on here, you have 24,000, and obviously it's adding up all of the figures that we've used over here. But we forgot this one. So actually, if we go ahead now and actually add in all of those figures that we missed, then what we've got down below is actually the full amount that you'd have had, which is just over £2 million. So that's a bit more like it. So that's 3,369% once it's all added up correctly. I just wanted to add that in before somebody in the comments down below points that out. So that's it for now. See you again in the next video.